welcome to episode number, sometimes I dream, 23, Michael Jeffrey Doran, 23 episode of the Illinois podcast. Of course, I am your wacky co-host, Joe, and I went double whack, and I am here with my beautiful co-host, Neha. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing better, obviously, because I'm with you. Thank you to everybody that's following our journey, enjoying the show. Y'all know how to get a hold of us. Neha's obviously told you many times. So just keep following. We want to keep going. We want to keep growing. We want to keep having fun. I think it's apropos. That's a word I use a lot, by the way. I try to sneak apropos, and I think I
think you say it like once, like every 6 months.
Okay, well then that's not bad at all. Like I thought it was like an issue. You're telling me like I really haven't heard you say it since like the last presidency. But I think it's because when I was a kid, my father would make me read the dictionary, and I think I ran through the A's pretty strong. So I'm like
Yeah, I had like a stage where I would just like hey, Merriam-Webster.
Oh,
Webster month. Oh, today's Rojets thesaurus. Is it Rojets?
Today?
I would
just
really
have quick
random weeks.
You'd have dictionary thoughts.
Yeah.
Dictionary diction.
Like, let's
dictionary doo-doos. I got you. So
it was your bathroom reader.
It was.
Nice.
But the NBA has come to an end, shall we say. And
like forever?
No. Thank goodness. Hey.
I know, that would be like the end of the world.
Thank goodness. But it's come to an end. I
think Jordan would have to come out and speak.
Sometimes I dream. But what happened is what we said was going to happen. You call it gentlemanly, but it's actually a gentleman's. But we both basically said Celtics are going to win in 5.
Gentleman's sweep. Celtics did it.
But you usually say gentlemen.
And around the time, remember we had a bet?
But that was the Celtics beating the, I knew you were coming back from that.
So,
check it.
Okay.
Play the Nuggets. If they play the Nuggets, there was a bet.
It doesn't matter.
No, squash.
Celtics would win.
Well, we'll come back to this next week.
I did change it for the Mavericks, but
Mavericks did go to the finals. Mavericks just lost to the Celtics. You've lost all.
Actually, Timberwolves. I said
Timberwolves. 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 Man.
I never said the Mavericks. But I did say Celtics or Timberwolves.
Man's like, but anyways, Celtics won 5 games. Not much controversy. The Celtics were the best team all year. Kristaps Porzingis. He played the first 2 games, got hurt, and then he came back for the last game. They didn't need him. Came back for the last game. I guess the slight controversy
was that Jaylen Brown was the MVP
over Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum was just knocking it down, and
Jason Tatum led his team in points,
assists,
and rebounds. Yes. And it's very few and far between. I think it's him and 2 other people, by the way, that would lead his team in all those 3 categories and not do it. Now, Jason Tatum's response right away was awesome. He was like, well, 2 of my favorite players are Kobe Bryant and Steph Curry. And Kobe's got 2 finals MVPs of his 5 championships. And Steph's got 1 out of his 4. So he's like, Jaylen was awesome. And here's what I will say. And Jaylen Brown did, I think, earn the MVP, and I think you do too from watching the game.
Yeah.
JT was a little better than Jaylen offensively, a little. Not really percentage-wise, but, shooting 3, spacing the floor, doing his thing, and then certainly passing. Like, JT's passing was awesome this series. It was really incredible.
I mean, it wasn't up there like Magic's.
No.
But, I mean, when you're passing good, we want to point it out.
Yes, we do. And but
I mean, Caitlin, she's been fantastic.
Hold on, we're gonna go.
We're gonna get there, but when we talk about passing, 2 names come in there: Magic Johnson
and John Stockton.
Caitlin Clark.
And John Stockton.
And now
and John Stockton.
we put a female in there. Caitlin Clark.
Too early. Love Caitlin.
Hey, it's never too early.
We are talking about the regular NBA, and we're going to get to the WNBA.
Hey, what do you got against the women?
Nothing. This whole show shows I don't. But anywho, if we can just maintain, all you ladies out here, just let me finish this thought about
Clark. She's going to probably be the best passer ever by the time her tenure comes. Okay.
All right, but if we can, please put a bow. And apparently
I
there's
shouldn't mention her name because we talked about passing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I will men's wise tell you people I know are already better than her. Okay. So Magic Johnson. Okay.
She's 22.
So Johnson. Okay. So Steve Nash. Okay.
And all these people are like in their 50s.
Yes, because she hasn't played long enough to. If
right. But
she was a guy who was passing well, I would say, hey, pump the brakes. So I would say the same thing with Caitlin. Pump the brakes. You're going too far. But anyways, Jaylen Brown was the Finals MVP, well deserved, because although Jason Tatum was a little better than Jaylen Brown offensively, Jaylen Brown was so much better than everyone, really, on either team defensively. Like he literally, in that last game, and I'm going to mention something really quick before we move on to the NFL, by the way. But you know, the great thing about that last game is basically Jaylen Brown said to his coach, every time Luka's in, keep me in because I want to guard him, right? And I'm sure you played sports. Oh yeah, you were a varsity like All-American or something like. Anyways, it's up for discussion. But I know you were like right. You were like rugby, like Division I, All-American. Like we got it all. Like I know. Hey, at that same time, I was in the rec leagues. True story. But
intramural.
Yeah. Oh, I loved intramural. But anyways, kudos to the Celtics. I think the Mavericks can get back there, quite frankly, because
they got Luka. And they got clutch combo with Kyrie.
Well, Kyrie wasn't too clutch though in this one, but before this one he was. He's got a little issue with Boston. If you look at his stats in his career at Boston, specifically once he like played for them and then left, they're horrible. I mean, they really are. They're bad. But anyways, moving on. You wanted to mention something about the NFL apparently. So what did you want? Where did you want to go with that, honey?
NFL. Wow, we got some discussion there.
Oh, okay. That means you totally forgot why you wrote it down. I get it.
Well,
I'm in there.
I did want to mention that Klay Thompson.
Okay, we're going back to the NBA again.
Yeah, free agent. I think he wants to go to the Lakers because his dad played for the Lakers, but he does have some eyes on the Magic.
Okay.
So nice. two choices there. I don't think he wants to stay with the Warriors, but
so you don't think he wants to stick around with Draymond and certainly Steph and just like have that as like something Michael Jordan never did. Michael Jordan should have. I mean, he played his whole career with the Bulls, then he retired, then like years later he came back as like a partial owner of the Washington Wizards at the time. I don't know what they are now. I think they still are. Yeah, Washington Wizards. But so you think Klay wants to like leave Golden State and the legacy he's built up, 4 championships.
Yeah, I mean, what he wants to? I think he wants to go play with the Lakers, where his dad played. You know.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know his dad's name?
Is it Michael?
It's my middle name.
Michael.
Yeah. I like the fact that you said.
But it's spelled different.
It is. And if we were in France, it might have been Michael. You know, but I love the fact that you pulled it. We'll see with Klay. I selfishly, second favorite team is the Warriors. I've mentioned this. Now, my team is the Bulls, okay? And my team is the White Sox. My team is the Bears. My team is even the Blackhawks. I'm from Chicago. But when it comes to basketball, and they're led by Steve Kerr, who was
a Bulls
3-time champion. Steve Kerr with the Bulls hit the game-winning shot.
Only 2 players were 6-time champions.
Michael
and Scotty.
Nice. Hey. We weren't even talking about that. I love you more every day. You're right about that. But anyways, we'll see what happens with Klay. Good luck to you, Klay. We love you. We love your game. As far as the women's NBA, or what we like to call the dub, right? Is it the dub? It's a dub.
The dub. And I want to start out with Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin.
Though there's one thing that a vet player or a retired player, she's one of the commenters, Rebecca Lobo. She's just tired. Like the first couple weeks, it was just all about Caitlin Clark is, making a fuss. And it's just like, what? Like, what is up with this? Like, this WNBA experience is supposed to be like fun, and the rookies are supposed to be, coming in and having a great time. But this year, I mean, she loves that Caitlin Clark is putting new eyes on the W. But it's not Caitlin's fault, but she's just like fed up with, Caitlin Clark, there's this going on. Yeah. People are doing this. She's tired of it.
Rebecca's right. What do you think about, so right now there's kind of been like this dichotomy where there's like, and I hate this, it by its nature, and I'll tell you why. But like, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, where like Caitlin Clark's like the good person, and then Angel Reese like the villain.
Well, she kind of took that role with the rivalry in college, and like one time she wore like these Joker shoes, but it's like getting too much. So she decided. I read in one article, she's just like, you know what? I'm going to keep it short and sweet when they come to interview me, so that way it's just like keep it cut down.
Angel Reese plays for the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky, I know the Indiana Fever are number one for you. I think Sky are probably Liberty.
Liberty. I like the Liberty a lot.
I go Sky number one, and then I go Fever number two.
I mean, I was rooting for the Sky, but then one of the players, not Angel, not Camila.
Yeah.
They are awesome. They're all friends with Caitlin. Yeah. Chennedy Carter, she just went and just kicked Caitlin like somewhere upper part of her body.
I don't believe all that.
Where it was nowhere part of the
She
game.
effed up. Carter effed up. And I've effed up before. I've effed up before.
Caitlin,
I don't think that's fair.
Nothing in part of the game.
You have no idea. You haven't played sports that much, honey bunch.
I don't care.
You have no idea what Caitlin could have been doing physically and doing verbally. You have no idea. Because sports, Michael Jordan talked the most smack of probably any player ever. And when I watched Michael throughout my entire life.
I don't think Caitlin is a smack talker.
I think she is. And I think she would even say, like, the women that she, like, grew up emulating, like, they were badasses, and then they also talked a little smack. And that's okay. Talking a little smack is fine. I played sports my entire life. The great thing about somebody
when we go on Sunday to our first Fever game, I'm going to be up close and hear that smack Caitlin's going to talk.
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. That'd be great if Kayla wants to come on the show. Like, we're like, Caitlin! Mm-hmm. And I'm going to wear a shirt that's going to... This one says Fender. It's pretty cool.
Well, I got it's great being 22. I don't know what it's like, the Taylor Swift song.
Oh yeah. But it's like I stay up too late. I got nothing on my brain. That's what people say.
Hey, remember you're the self-proclaimed Taylor Swift fan. So
well, no, I'm the Neha proclaimed Taylor Swift fan because I love you. So whatever. But we also want to talk.
We're not going to a concert.
No, we're not.
We'll take like the concert price and go to like 10 to 15 WNBA games.
I don't know about that. That would have been too absurd. We also want to talk about Cameron Brink. What I wanted to throw out to you really quick so you could respond. Cameron Brink today, it was.
Yeah, she had a huge injury.
She tore her ACL. She's out. She's done
for the whole year.
She's going to be on the Olympic team too. She's done. Like it's all done. It's okay.
I don't think she was going to be on the Olympic team.
She was, or at least she was a substitute. But I thought they said like now the Olympic team needs a replacement. I thought that's what they said. Might be wrong.
No, she wasn't going to be on the Olympic team.
Okay.
If Caitlin's not on the Olympic team, I don't think Cameron Brink.
You're probably right. But what sucks, because I know we're Cameron Brink fans, is it just came out today. I know you knew she hurt herself.
Yeah, we were going to go see the Sparks on our anniversary. Yeah.
But now that's probably we're not going to see Cameron because she's done. She's out. That's what happens in sports. Like, that's what happens.
Yeah, I know her injury was like huge, but now it's horrible to hear this.
It is horrible to hear that. But you know what? I do want to say again, really quick, and then we'll move on. I know you don't like this guy, and you think and Carter did a horrible play. She effed up. I agree. She made a horrible play that one time. But Angel Reese, like when she fouled Caitlin Clark like a couple games ago, and for a second in CNN, I'm calling out a news thing. We're not going to get political here, but I'm going to call out a news channel for a second. CNN, you spent time saying, oh, it must have been malicious and blah, blah, blah. What you're referencing earlier, what that young lady, last name Carter, did in a moment of idiocy, which I've done. I've had a moment of dumb stuff multiple times throughout my sports career. I have, will admit it. But what she did was horrible. It wasn't a basketball play. F that. Angel Reese, who got the foul changed from a regular foul to a flagrant one, which is not as big as flagrant two where you're kicked out. Flagrant one, meaning that although you didn't intend to hurt somebody, you still basically hurt somebody by your action, right? That's a basketball. And anybody crapping on my Chicago Sky, Angel Reese, you're wrong. And you never played basketball. Because I'll tell you what, you even mess around. You might even mess around as an adult. I know skee ball or fritzo or somebody smacked me in my head and I've been like, okay, it's cool. We're just playing. But we did, we kind of stopped the movie thing. We were touting it like crazy. It's so funny. Like we came on here to you guys and we're like, hey, yeah, like spend $20 or $30 a month or whatever the hell we were talking about. And then you could see like 8,000 movies or where the hell it was, right? And all I remember, Joe doesn't know what he's talking about. But like we were touting that, right? And we haven't seen a movie since what? If? Was If the last movie? Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to the song If by Janet Jackson back in the
We have like
90s.
every weekend we got stuff going on now. Like our summers, we pack them. Like
we do.
You talk about summer vacation.
Pack 'em.
That's us.
Yeah. And yeah, so what we did do is we did go to Wrigley Field and see the Cubs play the Cardinals. Your Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Now the Cubs beat the crap out of them.
Nobody's a Cubs fan. We won't promote Cubs.
I did find myself, and I feel guilty about it. I did
You were cheering for the
cheering
Cubs.
for him a little bit, and I was thinking about my Grandpa Roy and my Grandma Tilly. They're like living on the north side, or Cubs fans.
Yeah, they live like
kind of like right there, right a block away, right? So 2 blocks. So I'm like, actually it was 3. She was like 3, but 3 blocks away. But I was thinking about them. So then I was like, and I agree.
I know. What if they would have left the flag to you? You could be like.
Jeff and I thought about buying it. My brother.
Yeah,
thought about buying it.
Like putting out.
But we didn't have access to $500,000 at the time. And that was like on the low ball. And funny stuff. But we did.
My parents' apartment building, like in the 80s, is sold for $1 million.
Nice. So nice. So we went to the game. Truthfully, it was the first baseball game I had been there since I was a kid with my grandpa's family. Truthfully. Now, I have been there multiple times to see concerts. And one of the last ones was Fish with my boys, with my guys, with my boys. But seeing a game there, first time I believe since Grandpa's Him, because I haven't even seen Sox Cubs. I've seen the Cubs and Sox multiple times in the last like 30 years, let's say.
And it was at the old Comiskey Park.
It was at where the White Sox, which will remain unnamed. But I enjoyed it.
I think it was last summer.
My review, really quick, because we're going to do a movie review as well, but my review of Cubs Wrigley Field was, as far as amenities are concerned, C. As far as stadium, A. As far as like fan base and like the love you would feel there, like people thinking even maybe you were, because neither of us were wearing Cardinals stuff, A. So overall, I'd give our whole experience there an A-. Like it was legit.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a single empty seat there.
No, me neither.
That's what you get when you go to a Cubs Cardinals game.
What you get at my beloved White Sox games is a lot of empty seats. Like,
yeah. You'll be like, let's see where's there's not an empty seat.
That's a rough game because you're gonna lose. So I enjoyed it. I know you did. I know it would have been better if the Cardinals won, but I know we had fun, and we had fun. We had fun at night as well. But we did. So we're not seeing movies anymore. But I feel strongly that there needs to be consistency, right? So we'll go see some movies, again, because we did like an eight movie run or 6 movie run or five at least five, and I think I'm undershooting. But we did a big movie run. But what we are going to do is we are going to give an honest movie review about. I don't know if you guys may have heard of in the past. What did we do last week? We did another one of those. We did something. Oh, it was Ghost. Was it Ghost?
No, we still saw Shawshank Redemption again.
No, I know we did. No, I was asking what did we review last week? I thought we reviewed Ghost.
We reviewed Breakfast Club.
Mess with the bull, you're gonna get doors. Yeah, we did. You're right. Bender. Yes. But this week, as my beloved Dove said, this week we watched. I've seen this movie a couple times.
Couple dozen, maybe.
Couple dozen is light. Like, it's been more than that, but like I'll roll with that. It's kind of weird. I have this little foofy part of my hair right there. It's like. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so we did see again.
It's like a cowlick.
It is. It's just like where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? My name's Joe. But we did. Look how beautiful you're smiling. We did see Shawshank Redemption again. Honey, can you give everybody a recap of the movie in case they haven't seen it?
No. This one's long.
Okay, can I do a quick one?
Yeah.
This is my.
How about you do it?
It's my 30-second review of Shawshank Redemption.
Maybe it should be like a minute.
Let's go 45 seconds. Let's meet in the middle. So there's this guy named Andy Dufresne, and he's like a banker. He's like a cool guy, and he like finds out his wife is like sleeping with like the golf pro, right? And then all of a sudden the movie's like it just goes black, and then it comes back, and then here Andy Dufresne is. That's the character, main character, Andy Dufresne.
Hey, what's the actor's name?
Oh, we'll get there.
Tim Robbins.
Nice. Who was married to Susan Sarandon back in the day. Little known fact. So Tim Robbins, Andy Dufresne. So now he's at the court, and the judge is like, guilty! And then all of a sudden, Andy Dufresne, and they didn't.
Wait, what happened?
They didn't show what happened. It's not that part yet. So now, fast forwarding a little bit more, now he's in jail, right? So he's in jail. Some things happen, like he makes friends. He gets butt raped. He's looking for stones so he can make like chess pieces and stuff, and he becomes friends with a guy, a black man, who I feel good about talking about today since it's Juneteenth. Hey, much respect to Juneteenth. But he makes friends with this black guy, played by Morgan Freeman. Nice. And he asked Morgan Freeman one time when Morgan Freeman's outside, he's playing ball, which is really it'll foreshadow what I'm going to talk about at the end of the show. He's playing ball, and Andy Dufresne asked him, he's like, what's your name? And Morgan Freeman character's like, my name's Red. And then he's like, why do they call you Red? And then Morgan Freeman's like, maybe because I'm Irish. Anyways, and then we fast forward a little bit, and then other shit happens. Like, again, the guy that.
But like.
So then, at the end of the movie.
But like, wait, why did he go to prison?
Okay, so later on in the same movie, another guy goes to jail who was a jailmate to a guy that confessed to the whole killing of Andy's wife and blamed it on him. Like, and it was this whole thing. And then the warden found out, killed that guy, put Andy in fucking, like, you're going down there, like barricade. Yeah, going in the hole. You're going in the hole. Hey, like, gay people think about that term way differently than what it is in jail terms. So just remember that. That went too far. Hopefully we'll keep moving on. But anyway, so
he went to isolation.
He went to isolation. Yes. He did. And then he gets out, and then he tells the Morgan Freeman character, Red, because his name's Andy. And Andy tells Red, he says, get busy living or get busy dying. Right. And he's like, hey, hope. It's the only thing we have left. And then Red's like, no, like, too much for hope. And then this other guy, Brooks, he's an older guy, he's been in jail the whole time. He gets out. He gets in the real world. He kills himself. Really weird how awesome this movie is. That happens. Then Andy Dufresne, right? He escapes from the jail. He escapes. He escapes.
How does he escape?
He climbs through a tunnel of actual shit. Like real shit.
He takes out like little by little.
Yeah. Behind this poster and chipping it out with this little tool they got.
Like,
Whole story.
Like few years by few years.
Yeah. So then at the end of the movie, we gotta move because it's time. End of the movie, he escapes, goes to Makanapa Tapu, whatever the island's called. Then Red, maybe because I'm Irish, Morgan Freeman, what up? He gets out, goes to this sorry. No, not sorry. I'm not sorrying anybody. Goes to this tree, like digs some stuff, gets his package, bunch of money, plus tell him to go to Masahamahamu. And then at the end of the movie, Morgan Freeman meets up with Tim Robbins, Annie Dufresne, Red, together again.
Party.
It's awesome.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
I give it four stars out of 5. Out of 5.
4.5.
5 out of 5. Forget it. 5 out of 5. Shawshank, you're in the clouds with me, bro. You're in the clouds, right? That's what is, right? So, did you enjoy Shawshank?
That was more than 45 seconds.
It was, but if you think about it, it's kind of needed because I was only going like 30 with that. So, I'm glad we watched Shawshank again.
I thought it was a fantastic movie.
Yes.
I mean,
what would you give it out of 5? I give it 5. You said 4.5.
4.5. Because
it made you think.
It was more of a boys' movie.
No.
Yeah.
It's about love. It's about two guys that love each other. Not in a gay way, but like as like friends, like as like platonic friends and stuff. And it was about an African American character, and today is Juneteenth. So kind of like, look at this. Okay. That dude's okay,
so there is a black man in every one of our posters.
Yes.
That is incredible.
Which is awesome because I am as white as the snow. You know what I mean? Look at me. I'm not Italian. Sometimes I talk a little bit. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Hey, huh? And people are like, hey, are you part Italian? I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't have to. I'm lying. I'm not. I'll tell them that, though. I'm like, hey,
your kids could be half Indian.
Well, that's true because you're 100% Indian. Like, you're not even like a little something. Like, I'm half German.
But I look it.
I think most people think you're Hispanic.
I got Persian. I got Italian.
No, you don't. You have Indian, and Indian. Your father's from India, and your mother's from India.
But my mom is really light-skinned.
She is. And she's beautiful like her daughter. So, so that's great as well.
Well, I'm beautiful like my mom.
Yes. That's exactly what I said. You just reframed it.
You said it that way. I'm beautiful like
her. Okay. I obviously meant that. So, thank you for it. Before we end, and then I want to have a little fun before we're done. But before we end, I do want to mention the fact that, again, it's Juneteenth today. Happy Juneteenth. We love all y'all. White, black, yellow, brown, purple, whatever.
Fuchsia.
We're big Fuchsia fans. We're actually Fuchsia fans. But today, yesterday, in late afternoon, Willie Mays passed away, the Say Hey Kid. And I know we're going to end here in a second, but I will tell you that I've watched baseball my entire life. I'm in my 40s, and Willie Mays arguably is the greatest baseball player that ever existed. You want 5 tools as a baseball player if you're great. You want to hit for power, you want to hit for average, you want to throw the ball, you want to defend the ball, you want to run. And no one, and I mean no one, did it like the Say Hey Kid. Anyway, so rest in peace. We love you guys. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.